So I was sitting on this for a few, because I just had the most interesting experience at a campsite. And it's like men and women who travel in packs rarely understand the thick skin of someone who can travel on their own and actually enjoys it. And essentially, I was trying to be genuine when I was walking out of the bathroom to let them know, because I've had the experience when I've been here that if you leave the bathroom open at night, oftentimes animals will get in there and they'll scare the shit out of you in the middle of the night when you go potty, especially if you go potty on your own. And as someone who travels on her own, I don't want that to happen to another woman, because I am a woman's woman and I don't need to prove it, nor do I need to travel with a pack of women that belittle me to be able to feel safe. You know what I mean? And it was a group of women that went to the bathroom together, like four or five of them. And it's like, y'all can't even go to the bathroom by yourself. Just think about that. And I get it. I don't go to the bathroom by myself either, especially at night. I got Bella. But essentially, even when I go camping with family members, I was never the one that whined about needing to go to the bathroom by themselves. You know what I mean? So I let them know the bathroom isn't locked. I just close the door so that the animals won't get in. And because they'll scare you, especially the mapaches, which are the raccoons, and they'll be like, and that's how I am. That's how I communicate. I communicate with my hands, I communicate with sounds, I imitate animals all the fucking time. Because that's what scared me a few months ago, a fucking raccoon. Either way, right? These bitches were making fun of me because earlier when I was taking a shower, a man yelled into the door, "Hey, if anybody's in there and wants some meat kebabs," and I screeched, because it scared the crap out of me. However, then he repeated and I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you. No." You know? So when I told them that, they were like, "Oh, como hace rato," and I'm just like, "Yeah, your laughter is a breath of fresh air." And they just stayed quiet. And it's like, understand that making fun of disabled people or people who travel alone because you feel somehow better that you have your friends and stuff like that. But you could hear them when I was taking a shower. They're all just making fun of each other. How is that fun? I mean, maybe it's the fact that I'm neurodivergent and that's never been fun to me. On the contrary, that's the reason I don't like hanging out with family members. Pero how is that fun to allow people to be making fun of you and then getting cranky about it or trying to come up with a superior comeback, because that's how most of my family members are. And it's like, dude, there's nothing superior. And even when I used to drink, when I'd get drunk, I remember with my cousin, when we'd get annoyed by people, we'd start making fun of them too. And they're like, "Oh, you take it too far." It's like, no, I'm not taking it too far. You guys are doing the same exact thing. You just don't like it when it's directed as at you. And that's the difference. These bitches didn't like when it was directed at them. So instead of continuing their making fun of, they just stayed quiet. And it's like, I can play the same game as you, but I'm not going to be as rude as you, because I was trying to give you a very important tip, because you don't want something, even a small something, crawling up your ass when you're sleeping. Because even a small animal, an insect, touching your leg at night or something like that because you accidentally picked it up at the bathroom is going to scare the bejesus out of you. And instead of taking that into consideration and being appreciative of the tip, they chose to make fun of me. And it's like, okay, cool. I am glad I said no to your shish kebabs. Thank you. And this is the same reason that I stopped going to the gym that I used to go to, because I used to go to an MMA gym, and there was athletes there that I used to really, really admire. I used to really, really admire them. I'd watch them on TV and I used to admire them until I met them in person. And then it's like these bitches that I put on a pedestal just fell the fuck down because I even told one of them one time, I was like, I don't get your jokes. And she's like, haha, that's why it's funny. No, it's not. Like the fact that you guys think that that shit is funny in any way, shape, or form is sad for you. It's like really sad, especially if you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s. Like, y'all are sad. And I laugh genuinely all the fucking time. And everyone's like, you're so miserable. When I'm around you guys, yeah, I'm serious because I'm masking, because I take it too far. Because if I joke around with you the way I joke around with my disabled friends, you guys would be like, you guys are so morbid. No, we're not. No, we're not. We joke around because we take our conditions seriously when they need to be taken seriously. And the rest of the time, we have to joke around about it because if you don't have some lividity about that, you wouldn't understand what it takes to carry disabilities, a lifetime of disabilities. And it's like, when you're making fun of our disabilities, you're not doing it to laugh with us. You're doing it to laugh at us. And we know the difference. But when we make fun of your insecurities, which would be the equivalent of our disabilities, you say that we're taking it too far. Think about that. And I mean, seriously, think about it, because I'm someone who communicates everything very well. And I'm often told that I don't communicate well enough for people to comprehend me. You fucking comprehended me. You are deliberately misunderstanding me. And when you are forced to comply, then I get malignant compliance, not just from regular people, but also from nurses, doctors, and other staff in professional settings. Why? Because y'all don't want to be called out on your bullshit. You want to make fun of disabled people, especially disabled people that have been stigmatized or harassed online because we have a big ass mouth and we ain't gonna shut up about it. Because opening your eyes up to what is really going on is more important to us than our, our quote unquote lack of self-preservation. It's not a lack of self-preservation. If the world doesn't wake the fuck up and change, the one who's going to need to be preserved and is going to act like the victim later on is y'all. When you guys are disabled and you haven't developed that thick skin, or haven't developed the tools that you need to be able to live through major disabilities. Because it's not easy to live with major disabilities. It's one of the hardest things to do and one of the most taxing things to do. But to, on top of it, have to be taxed by ignorant adults or women that travel in packs and think that they're somehow special. You ain't special. And that's the problem, that you get mad and angry and jealous and envious of people like myself, that despite our disabilities, we're still living like actually living and thriving in a world that wasn't meant for us. And that makes you sad. It makes you so sad that you hate yourself for it. So you allow your friends to make fun of you. You allow your friends to joke about your insecurities. And then you stay silent and collect what their insecurities are so that you can poke at their insecurities as well. And you call that friendship. And y'all make fun of each other and yourselves in the process, making yourself smaller and smaller and smaller and chipping away at your confidence while getting angry at other people's confidences. People are like, if I walked like you, I'd be embarrassed. I'm not fucking embarrassed. I'm walking. I'm walking. Does that mean that if something happened to your legs, you'd give up? Cool. You enjoy that wheelchair and the deterioration of your spinal cord from being in that wheelchair. I'm going to walk, no matter who it fucking bothers. And that's what I mean. And it's little things like that, that it's like, you think you're chipping away at me? Really? When I weighed 250 pounds, people trying to make fun of my weight and then getting jealous and envious that their men were still looking at me and then telling them, why can't you dress like that? No, don't belittle her like that in front of me. But you too, bitch. If you don't like it, that's just too fucking bad. It's too bad that you're mad about my confidence and what it takes to be able to walk in that confidence, to know yourself well enough to not get down because other people think they're superior than you just because their bodies are currently functioning, even though their minds are rotted. Just think about that. Because even with online harassment, I've caught a lot of people. I've made videos just like other people just to see and catch who the fuck is trying to fuck around on Instagram. And that's what I tell you guys. Stop taking everything on the internet so fucking seriously. Go outside and actually get some fucking air. Because essentially, a lot of what's going on in these things is to be able to fuck with people and to make them feel stupid, to be able to harass them, and in many, many cases, to also be able to make cases against them for different mental health problems, different societal health problems, to be able to make them seem like they are something that they aren't, to be able to catch them doing something that they shouldn't be doing, to be able to criminalize them and shit like that. And the fact is that I even wrote a poem about this a while ago. Like, I can't remember what I called it, but it has a CIA thing. Like, because at the time they were like showing a bunch of videos. Oh, the CIA is doing it. Okay, yeah, no, it's Instagram. It's Meta that's allowing this shit to happen and paying, certain people to do these things to be able to fuck with people. Why? Because you're fuckable. You're allowing them to fuck with you, to fuck with your reality instead of standing confident in that reality. Because I could have allowed these bitches to make me feel bad about myself because I screeched when somebody, a male, talked into the bathroom when I was by myself. But if one of them would have been there by themselves, what would you have done? You think you would have reacted any better when everything was silent and all of a sudden someone decided to talk out of nowhere when you knew there was no one else in the bathroom? No, it's why you bitches travel in packs to the bathroom. So please stop making fun of people and thinking that you're somehow better or that it's actually funny. Because it's not funny. If it would have been funny, you would have laughed at my joke of how your laughter was a breath of fresh air. But you didn't think my joke was funny, did you? You didn't. I thought it was funny. I giggled to myself. But you don't want to you don't want to laugh with me. You want to laugh at me. You don't want to work with people. You see somebody shining on their own and you want to dim their light just so you can shine, when you could stand in that same sunlight and shine brighter than you ever have before. But essentially, y'all just want to fucking fuck with each other instead of fucking with each other. And that is why the world is the way it is. And that is why we are in a place of where we're at and with the society that we have. And luckily, I haven't experienced that much in a while, but I have been staying away from cliquey groups and shit like that. I'm going to stick with my own people from now on because honestly, trying to reach out to people who try to be all inclusive, to give people the space, but don't call out that kind of bullshit. This is the reason why no one likes y'all. And then you get mad because we don't want to hang out with you. Oh, she must be depressed. She must be a loner. She must be antisocial. She must be that. No, I'm not. I just don't want to socialize with people that consistently break each other's spirit and break each other's soul for fun. And you can see it in the way your hormones respond. You can see it in how your nervous system is never regulated. You can see it in how you guys need all kinds of substances just to feel good. You can see it in the fact that you either gain or lose way too much weight. You can see it in the fact that your menstrual cycles hurt you. That was one of the bigger ones, that I didn't used to have cramps when I had my menstrual cycle. And I didn't have a long menstrual cycle. I had a 2 or 3 day menstrual cycle, and that used to piss the women off. But if you stay healthy energetically, physically, and everything like that, there's no reason why your menstrual cycle should hurt so much. Your menstrual cycle hurting that much is indicating something else. For me, it was indicating a rise in the issues that I was having with my uterus and stuff like that, and with PCOS. And it's like now I still have my ovaries, so that I still struggle with that pain sometimes, but I don't struggle with it every single month, which tells me when I'm dysregulated, when I'm not doing enough of my pelvic exercises. Because essentially, since sometimes, most of the time, I don't feel the front area from my belly button down since my hysterectomy, it's numb. And with the issues I've been having with my spine, sometimes I don't feel the back end either. I don't know when I'm done pooping or when I need to poop or things like that. Essentially, I don't know when that area is getting weak. And if I'm not doing my exercises consistently, I'm allowing it to get weaker. And that's just one example, because I'm not ashamed to talk about these things. Why? Because y'all are so ignorant, you don't realize you're headed in that same direction. And every single thing your body is telling you, including all of those issues during your menstrual cycle, all of those hormonal imbalances, all of that extra hair on your face, all of that extra hair on your body. That was another thing. People would make fun of me because they would call me a naked mole rat, because even the hair on my legs falls out and I don't have that much hair on my body. And that would bother people. And it's like hormonally, it was an indication of certain imbalances. And when I get my mustache like I do right now, it's hormonally letting me know that there's an imbalance going on. And if you're not willing to look at those things and honor them instead of just getting your fucking lip wax and ignoring them, you would be a healthier person in mind and body. But you would have to stop letting your friends treat you like your enemy and then say, hey, but we're friends. Those are the same bitches that won't support you when you start a business. Those are the same bitches that will buy handmade jewelry from other people, but they won't buy it from you, even though they love it. Those are the bitches who will copy the things that you do to make money themselves, but won't buy from you or take your workshops. Those are the same people that will advertise people on the internet that they really, really like, but never, ever advertise your work or like any of your videos or anything like that. Those are the same people who are cheering for your enemies while staying silent about you and calling themselves your friend. So really think about the packs that you're traveling in, because honestly, I would rather be a lone wolf than travel in a clique of hyenas that would eat each other up the moment there wasn't spare meat around. Because y'all in a circle claiming that you're having fun while you're making fun of each other. And then you wonder why these guys have no fucking respect for you. You don't even have respect for yourself or each other, but you want the men that you're dating or the men that you're hanging out with to have respect for you? Please. And this is what I mean. People always tell me that they don't have any respect for me. Cool. You haven't earned respect in my life either. Don't expect respect if you're not willing to give respect. Because essentially, I always start off, everybody starts off in the same place. You all get respect until you give me a reason not to fucking respect you. Why? Because if we live respectfully and honoring each other, there's no reason for there to be problems. But I gave you a camping tip, and you chose to make fun of me for squealing when one of your friends scared the shit out of me. Y'all are sad. Sad people. But it brings me so much joy to know that I'm learning to respond in calm and respectful manners without intentionally hurting other people's feelings, but making it very clear that I did not appreciate being made fun of. I love you and have a good night. Don't fuck with neurodivergent people. You guys think that we don't know you're making fun of us, but we are very, very well aware. And that invitation seems like it was an invitation, so you guys had somebody other than yourselves to pick on, which I'm glad that I declined it. My spirit knew you were unsafe women, and unsafe women do not deserve other women to be around. Enjoy your circles, because one day one of you is going to go through something and realize that's not your circle. I love you and have a good night. Wake the fuck up. Be better. Be a woman's woman, or don't try to talk to a woman's woman. Simple. But you're cute. Sad, but cute. I hope you grow up this year. I wish you growth this year.